So it's all part of my B-Town favorites, getting ready to go see Clay Cooper's Country Express here in B-Town. This guy, right here. Huh? We are backstage at Clay Cooper's Country Express. They have tanning beds. Not only do they have popcorn, they have tanning beds too. Cooper's Country Express, and I'm already going to ask the question before we get started. Is the dog in the show?
Well, she should be. Her name is Reba. This is my little pug Reba. All my dogs have been country artist names. I've had Hank Jr., Haggard, Patsy, Leroy, and now we have Reba, the diva.
Oh.
And I also have a boxer right now. His name is Roger, after Roger Miller.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got Roger and Reba.
So they're all like outlaw dogs.
They are
rambunctious.
Pretty much. Yeah. kind of hellraisers. You know. But not this one. She's my little sweetie here. She goes everywhere I go. She's so spoiled.
So tell us a little bit about Clay Cooper's Country Express.
Well, it's more than just country. That's a good slogan, isn't it?
I like it.
Obviously, I'm a country music guy. I've been playing and singing country music since I was a kid. But we have a big cast, 27 people. And so I do all the country stuff, you know, the Haggard and Jones and Alan Jackson and Hank and Garth and all that stuff. But then my son, Colton, he's 19. He's been performing since he was 2 years old, literally. And he does, he's more into the rock and pop stuff, and that's what he kind of does. But he does some country as well. My youngest boy, Caden, 14, he's hardcore traditional country, so he does the country stuff with me. My wife sings and dances. We have a trio, Third Power. This year they're doing an Alabama medley.
Oh, nice.
But they do all kinds of stuff. But it's cool. We got a new fiddle player this year, Hannah, and so we got fiddle in the show. We're doing Devin Went Down to Georgia. Matt Gunn, of course, is the comedian, and he does. This year every year we do an impersonations medley where it's like a 12 to 15 minute skit where we just dress up and impersonate artists. And he's doing Michael Jackson. He's doing Dwight Yoakam. He's doing Billy Ray Cyrus, which is hilarious. He's got every little dance down to us, the mullet and the whole thing. And
Who does Miley? Does anybody come out as Miley?
No, but we should do that. That would be awesome.
I'm not talking Hannah Montana Miley.
No,
I'm
you're
talking now Miley.
You're talking
Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
Miley,
right. Yeah.
You know
That's a whole different Hannah Montana.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if my crowd would be into that, but we could try it and see. And then of course, we have 11 dancers, and it's just it's a variety show. I mean, it's classic country, it's new country, it's rock and roll, it's a beautiful gospel tribute, always a big tribute to our American veterans. This year we've added a guy by the name of Alan Asbury, and he does our gospel section with us. He's our featured. And Alan was in the Promise years ago when the Promise was here. Alan had a record deal back in the day. He's been on 6 of the Gaither Homecoming videos. He's toured with the Gaithers and all the big Christian artists, and he's a friend of mine, lives here in the area. So we hired him on this year, and it's just, I'm telling you, it's 27 people, and it's nonstop entertainment, talent. I mean, I could drop over dead tonight, and the show would go on, and it'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, there's that many talented people in the show.
Well, what I like about it, and a lot of people are like, what stands out the most to you about Clay Cooper's Country Express, the show? And I think a lot of the times, and we've talked about it when you've been on the radio show, and that is, every show's different because you interact with the audience.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
who depends on who's in the audience. That changes from each performance, and you're improvisational, and you ad lib, and with some of the energy from the audience, the much as they give you, you give back.
Absolutely.
And you do a great job of just having everybody involved in the show. That's what I think stands out the most.
No, I would say so. I mean, people ask me all the time, what do you contribute? What do you think is the draw to the show? And obviously, it's all the talented people and the musicianship and the songs. But I think it's the personality that they like. Like you say, I think that, we do 2 or 3 songs, and then I go into my opening monologue. And within a couple of minutes, I think they just feel like, oh, okay, we can holler back at him. And they I think they get a sense that I'm just a good old boy, just wanting to have fun. And it opens it up. The wall has been broken down, and people hollered to start talking and carry on conversations, and that built that. You're right. I really never know until my opening monologue what direction it's going to go and who it's going to go with. But I always drag 3 or 4 people in those first few minutes and carry that throughout the show, and that is the show with the music and the talent around it. And it's my favorite. People say, "What's your favorite part?" The people is my favorite part. Yeah. Talking to people, meeting people, interacting, hearing what they have to say.
So my takeaway is, when you come to Clay Cooper's Country Express, heckle him.
Yeah. I don't know if I said I like hecklers. Heckling and interaction, 2 totally different things.
Because this one is head of security, and you're out the door if you're doing too much of that. Clay Cooper, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, buddy.